Hey guys, I'm here with Kolleen Conger, and we're out here at West Jordan at the Moto Stampede. Got a bunch of the kids riding, we got a bunch of Pee-wee riders getting ready to go. And met Kolleen earlier today. She's got a really cool story, and I just wanted the opportunity to sit down and talk with her and bring that to you guys. So I'm gonna kind of let her introduce herself and her background in motocross and riding dirt bikes, and kind of bring a little bit of shock value to lots of you guys probably, and then go from there. So Kolleen, give us a little bit of background about what's brought you to where you are now.
All right, well, my name is Kolleen, and so back in October, so it's been almost 7 years, so October of 2008, I came up short on a 90-foot double and shattered my tibia and fibula at my ankle joints in both of my legs. So that left me pretty injured to the point where I was really unable to use my ankles a lot. So they put them back together as good as they could. I was told from the start that there was a chance they weren't going to heal very well because of the severity of the breaks. They were so shattered that there was literally nothing to screw to. So they put 4 plates and 40 screws.
It's a lot of hardware.
It is. And so, you know.
Did you ever do like a weight test, how much you weighed before and after with all the extra metal in you?
Actually, it was a height thing, and you know, and I literally lost an inch in height. You know, I was 5'8" from the time I was in high school, and yeah, I've been 5'7" ever since. So I know it sounds crazy, but you know, and I'm totally fine with being 5'7". So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, it is. You know, and then also, you know, not having the use of your ankles. You know, you don't have your tiptoes and things like that. So
I don't know how many people probably would think about it, but no one would ever think about the amount of massive use that we have in that flexion and extension, and what you would do without that. But so I guess I would say, think about your wrists, and if you couldn't move it at all, you could only have gripping, go maybe tape your wrist up and try that for a day.
Yep, exactly. So, you know, I mean, it's the same thing like when you're in a walking boot or, you know, one of those casts. I mean, you're so rigid all the time, so it took a huge amount of, you know, rehabilitation to get to where I could balance again and things like that. So we had a lot of falls, and you know, I still do, but anyway, you know, it just became part of my life to have to kind of learn how to do things again. But you know, after about 4.5 years of, you know, just surgeries, I had about 5 surgeries on each of my legs, and this included bone grafts, cadaver bones, the addition and removal of hardware, to the point where things just got worse and worse and worse. I was on the couch.
Totally necessary.
Yep,
totally necessary.
Right now. I love it. Couldn't ask for anything more.
I wanted this to be is like, this is what we love, and this is the community that we love. So
yeah, you know what? These 2-stroke bikes out here on these courses load up so much. You know, it's to keep their plugs from fouling.
I don't think he even knew that was on.
Wow.
There was nobody on that bike.
So basically, instead of that, I figured as a kid cleaning out the bike, so that was a stuck throttle. Wow. You know, yesterday we had a lot of plugs fouling on the kids' bikes. So anyway, but you know, towards the end of this 4.5 years, I was on the couch for like 9 months, just unable to do anything. I was in so much pain, you know, and I had my left ankle fused.
Okay.
Because we were trying everything, and like I said, I had a lot of nerve damage from all of this, just from the impact, and it killed all my cartilage right away. And so we made the decision to amputate about 8 inches below my knee. And this was a really hard decision, you know. I mean, I spent a lot of time trying to decide if I was going to fuse that side or whatever, you know, just like I did the other side. You know, because of all the pain and everything I was going through still with the side I fused, you know, I talked to a lot of people who are athletes and doctors, and they assured me that, you know, people with amputations could still do everything, you know, anybody else could do.
So this was kind of the surprise. So she's sitting here in motocross gear, and then, yep, we have one leg. And if you wait till you guys get to see her on the bike, and you wouldn't know. Like, that's the coolest part about it. But so that was what, 2 years ago, you said, roughly?
Yeah, two and a half years ago, I had my leg amputated, and you know, and I've been spending, you know, obviously 6 months or so really with the healing, and then having a leg built for me by a doctor. You know, he runs Peak Prosthetics. His name is Joe, and he is amazing. He works with people who are strictly athletes, you know, who want to stay active, and he worked with me. He came out and watched me ride and built my leg specific to me. Now,
that's awesome.
He told me that this leg was going to be able to stand up to anything I could do, and I just informed him kind of sternly, well, you don't know motocross. And, you know, so here I have broke the carbon fiber and done all this stuff, and we're, you know, he's building me another leg right now.
So she's got my tornado gene. If you can mess it up, sounds like she can tear it up.
Yes. So, but you know what? It's I was told right away that I was never going to be able to run again, and you know, and I'm the type of person that's very outdoorsy. It was really hard for me to be on the couch, you know, but I had every excuse in the world handed to me to be on the couch for the rest of my life. And it just wasn't me, and I'm here to tell everybody that it doesn't have to be you either. You know, I can't really run. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be pretty, and it'd be awfully painful. I tried, you know, so I can't hike, even pedaling like a mountain bike and stuff. You know, I can sit in a recumbent bike and do that, but it's even, you know, after about 5-6 miles, you know, I'm done. Right. So I do motocross, you know, not only it's what I grew up doing, it's, you know, it's what I love to do, it's in my blood, it's where my heart's at, but it's something that I can spend, you know, a half to a full day doing and not have, you know, the amount of pain that like an hour at the gym puts me through. So, you know, so that's what I do. And, you know, I have a lot of people behind me who have helped me throughout all of this, who have helped me try to figure out ways that we can modify my bike. You know, Recluse is a huge, you know, sponsor of mine. They help me a ton. I have Jesse at the Dirt Lab. He's my suspension sponsor, and he's, you know, helped me a ton getting my bike set up to where, you know, it just conforms to me, and that's been a huge thing, you know. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without the people that have helped me, you know. So it's,
guys, this is exactly, again, that message right there is exactly what we wanted to really bring as a company, as our whole mission is. This community of action sports is unlike no other. It's a massive community, but it's incredibly small. And so, but so many people look at it as something that is, one, dangerous, or just way beyond their realm of what they're capable of. And Kolleen's come from the position of the things that so many people go out and do just for the sake of doing them, she couldn't do. That's what brought her pain, and she's on a dirt bike enjoying it. So we love this community, and my whole goal with everything that we're doing with these podcasts and these interviews is always about letting someone who may see it, that thinks it's really cool but doesn't have necessarily something in their life that is a passion, come out to these events, come out to a motocross track. Like, if you just walk out to a motocross track, I just walked up to Kolleen today and I was like, hey, I want to talk to you, I want to put it on video. And I didn't even really know her, but I was like, she's got something cool to say because of the way she carried herself. I was like, that's a chick that is doing something with a purpose that needs to be experienced by other people. But if you went out to a motocross track and that was something you were interested in, and you saw someone like Kolleen, you're like, hey, what do I do? there is, I can't think of anybody in our community, and whether it's snowboarding or motocross, it's going to be like, don't ask me for help. We love that, and I mean, we love this community. We want to experience, and if she didn't, I can't imagine, if you didn't want anybody else to enjoy the sport, you wouldn't have been as passionate about getting back into it, probably.
Exactly.
And so you have 2 girls?
I do. I have 2 daughters who both ride, and I actually approach other women that I see like riding and stuff like that, and I encourage them to get into racing, and I actually help them learn too. And so that's a big passion of mine. Like, I've been given so much by other people that I make it, you know, a goal of mine to give back as much as I can. You know, I don't have a lot, obviously, but, you know, like Brian of the Edge, who puts on the events here, you know, he approached me and invited me out to be his guest to race this, and that's kind of what we all do. You know, if you can just reach out to somebody that you think, you know, may want to get into the sport and just help them out and point them in the right direction, you know, I think that speaks huge volumes for, you know, for our sports, all the action sports, you know, and pretty much everybody I know, like you say, is like that, and they'll be willing to help point you in the right direction and give you pointers or do whatever they can to help you out. So,
you guys, again, I can't say enough awesome about this woman, and what just the afternoon of getting to meet her and talk to her impacts me. I've got chills twice just talking to her, because again, this is what I love to do, and I love this sport. What, from a pure riding standpoint, just someone that may see this, and let's say specifically like either a mom or a little girl that may see this, what's the like kind of 3 best tips you could give them as to how to like, what to do to go about like thinking about it, or just starting out on a bike and going from there?
You know, find a local dealership, or actually I think the first thing to do is go out to a race, okay? Talk to other parents who have kids that race, because they're going to be able to, you know, give you tips if you can't find somebody, you know, that you know, and they're always willing to talk to you. Every single one of the parents I've approached has been really great about that. They're going to be able to give you tips about the right size of bike, because that's the number 1 thing. So number 1, you know, go to your local races. Number 2, get the proper size of bike, and number 3, protection. You know, the proper gear, and then just get out and ride. And if you can do it as a family, even better, because you know, everywhere I go, I see families doing it, you know, and it is generally a family thing. And if you can do that together, you know, gets everybody outdoors and off the couches, and it's really great physical activity. So
awesome. Yeah, and that falls right in line with, again, with Sisu Strong and what we're doing. And even as the business side of our programs, our mottos: move better, feel better, perform better, and then get outside. Everything for us is minimal dose in the gym, maximal effect out of the gym, because we don't want to just be in shape for the sake of looking good naked, which we all want to look good naked, but we want to be able to perform too, and enjoy life. And again, that's one of the best parts about these sports as a whole, whether it's motocross, snowboarding, mountain biking, whatever. It's just getting outside and experiencing. I think that's part of the flow that people talk about, or just the high that comes from this. It's the sport, but it's the fact that we're out experiencing what, in my personal opinion, kind of like what we were created to experience, and just life outside. We weren't created to be stuck in a room. Nobody likes that. And for you, I mean, and I've gone through a lot of injuries where I was in a bed for 3 to 4 months almost, and there was just no way that I was going to ever let that keep me down. And obviously you haven't, and I'll probably never ride with her just so I don't have to worry about feeling bad that she beats me. But I'll like wait till she's off the track, then I'll go. But where's a place that people can follow you, like Facebook or Instagram? Or
I do. I have a Facebook. So it's Kolleen with a K and Conger with a C. And you're welcome to shoot me a friend request. And I'm working on getting an Instagram. I keep getting kind of.
We're gonna get her on Instagram so we can tag her in all of our stuff, and then we'll link it to her.
All right, you got it. After this race tonight, it's on. So.
Cool. Well, guys, again, I can't thank you enough, Kolleen, for being here. She's got to go race. We're gonna get some video of that and just keep supporting her and cheering her on. And again, reach out to us, and we'll make sure that we keep up with Kolleen and her career as she's moving forward and racing. And just thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
We need all of our